Hi guys, it's Jenny, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first installment of 12 days of Christmas conspiracies. So for the next 12 days up until Christmas, I will be uploading a video every day about different Christmas related conspiracies. So I'm going to be doing things like Christmas myths and legends, conspiracies on different like Christmas movies, some like Christmas unsolved mysteries. So yeah, just a whole range of different things, and I am so freaking excited to get like started into this series. I literally decided to do this like last week, so it's going to be a challenge, but I'm going to power through and hopefully I do actually end up uploading 12 videos in 12 days. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I wanted to do this because some of my favourite videos to watch on YouTube are like just about like conspiracy theories. I love unsolved murders, unsolved mysteries, like disappearances. I love learning about different like mythical creatures and stuff. So yeah, I've wanted to do this for ages on my channel, and I figured why not do it now, and why not make it Christmas related as it's nearly Christmas. I really hope you guys are excited for this series as much as I am. So if you are, like, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the videos, and if you enjoy the videos, please give them a thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to me. But yeah, let's just get into our first Christmas conspiracy. So in this video I'm going to be telling you about 5 different Christmas mythical creatures, monsters. I'm not really sure how to like describe this, but they're basically just like 5 different myths and tales that were told many years ago, some of them still being told. But yeah, I kind of like stumbled across these and I found them really interesting, so I thought I would share them in the very first 12 days of Christmas conspiracies. So yeah, let's just get into it, shall we? So I just want to say before we start, I will probably be butchering all of these names because they are very European and yeah, I don't speak the language, so I apologise in advance if I can't pronounce these names, but I am going to try my hardest. So number 1 is about the witch Lucy. I don't know if this is pronounced Lucy or Lucy, but I'm gonna say Lucy. So this kind of tale originated in Norway, and basically in Norway the 13th of December is known as St. Lucia Day, or St. Lucia Day, and people would celebrate St. Lucia, who is a forthcoming like Sicilian girl who became like a Christian martyr basically in the country. So that is what the 13th of December is celebrated as now in Norway, but many years before that they would actually talk about Lucy, who is seen as like this witch in Norway. So under the old calendar, December 13th is the winter solstice, which in Norway is known as Lucy Long Night, which translates to the longest night of the year basically. So this meant that all work had to be done quickly throughout the day, just so it wasn't left like throughout the night. So especially things like slaughtering, cleaning and spinning of yarn. And basically if people didn't finish their work before nightfall, they feared that Lucy would come and smash their chimneys. So Lucy didn't work alone, she did have company, which was in the form of like trolls and undead spirits, and they would kidnap anybody who was foolish enough to wander around during the night. And basically the people of Norway were so scared of this witch that somebody would stay awake all through the night to protect the farm in case Lucy or her helpers came along and like stole their farm animals or just trashed their farm. And people would hang like axes, knives, scissors even over their doors to try and keep Lucy away, and they would paint crosses everywhere because she was obviously seen as like a devil and unholy, so painting a cross everywhere they believed would keep her away. And children of course were especially afraid of her because their parents would kind of tell them that if they didn't behave that Lucy would come and snatch them away, which is pretty sad, but I am definitely sure I've been told tales like that when I was younger. And on the eve of December 13th, children would write Lucy on their doors, fences and windows to try and keep her away. So number 2 is about the beast called Caraconchulus. I think that's how you pronounce it, and this originated in Turkey, Bulgaria and Serbia, and this creature is portrayed as a cross between the devil and a Sasquatch. And basically in like the 3 different countries where this story would go around, it was kind of different in each place. So in Turkey, he would actually stand on street corners during the night and would set riddles to anybody who was passing by, and if the person answered the riddle involving the word black, then they were set free. I'm not really sure why black in particular, but that's what the tale tells. However, if they didn't, then he would kill them on the spot with a single hit. In other countries, he would pretend to be someone's friend or family member to try and lure people out of their houses during the night, and would sometimes set them in a trance and would just leave them wandering throughout the night in the cold snow. In Serbia, he would jump on victims' backs and use them as kind of like a personal taxi, and would set them free when the sun rose. But if you invited one into your house, because they could kind of take the form of like a friend or family member, like I said, so if you ended up inviting one into your house, they would feel compelled to imitate whatever you did. So if you actually set fire to a piece of thread or silk, they would set fire to their own fur, as they would like mistake thread or silk as their own fur. So they would set fire to it and then run screaming from your house looking for water. So that's a good way to get rid of them. So number 3 is Kalakanzoroi. This originated in Greece. So this story I find really interesting. Basically it's about this group of demons that would spend every year underground soaring at the roots of the tree of life that was believed to grow through the earth, and during the 12 days of Christmas every December they would actually go above ground, because there would only be like a single thread holding the tree together. So they would stop soaring, go above ground during the 12 days of Christmas and cause a load of chaos and mischief. But the main reason they would come above ground was to steal newborn babies who were born in that 12 days of Christmas period. They would try and steal them and turn them into fellow Kalakanzoroi. So to stop this, people would actually wrap their newborn babies in saw and garlic to try and keep them away. Another way to kind of keep them away from your newborn babies was to place a colander on your doorstep, and by doing this the Kalakanzoroi would feel compelled to count all the holes in the colander. But as the number 3 in Greece was known as like a holy number, it would always miss that number because it was like a devil/demon, so would never count the holes correctly and would have to start again each time, and this would keep them distracted all throughout the night until the sun rose. And basically after the 12 days of Christmas, the Kalakanzoroi would return back to the underground and realise that the tree of life had healed itself, and they'd have to start soaring all over again. So they weren't really the smartest of demons. So number 4 is Frau Perchta, and this originated in Austria and parts of Germany and Italy. So basically in pre-Christian tradition she was known as a goddess whose celebration night was the same as the 12th night of December, but after those pre-Christian traditions were displaced, she was known more as a demonic witch who would stalk villages and punish anyone who dared to displease her, basically. She wouldn't always take this form. Sometimes she could be seen as a disheveled old lady, or sometimes her form could even depend on how you yourself would perceive her and if you displeased her or not. So basically she had a set of rituals which included eating a traditional meal and baking cakes in her honour, which doesn't sound all that awful to me because I love food, who doesn't? But if you didn't obey her rituals, she would sneak into your room at night whilst you were sleeping, cut open your belly and replace your insides with straw and pebbles, and then whoever found you in the morning would simply just think you passed away in your sleep. And then finally is number 5, which is about the 13 Yule lads. So this originated in Iceland, and this I find probably the funniest. Like, I don't know, I love this one. I think it's really funny. So basically there were 13 Yule lads all together, and they would visit people's houses one a day between the 12th and the 24th of December, and they would each stay in your house for 13 days. So by 24th December you've got all of them in your house basically. So the Yule lads were depicted as tricksters, each with their own form of mischief and so their own name. So I'm going to go through all the 13 ones now. So on the 12th of December, Sheepcoat Clod would visit you. Basically he would steal your sheep but was kind of impaired by his stubby peg legs. On the 13th of December, Gully Gawk would visit, who would hide in gullies waiting to sneak into the cowshed to steal milk. On the 14th, Stubby came along, who got his name from being very short, and would steal pans to lick off the food crust left on there. On the 15th, Spoon Licker came along, who was pretty similar but this time would steal wooden spoons to lick off the food left on there. And on the 16th of December, Pot Scraper came along, who would steal pots and scrape off the food on there. So far they're all pretty much involved with stealing food. On the 17th of December, Bowl Licker would visit, who would wait under beds waiting for people to place their bowl on the floor, where he would steal it and eat the food. On the 18th of December, Door Slammer came along, who would slam the doors in your house all through the night, keeping people awake. And on the 19th came the visit of Skyr Gobbler, I think that's how it's pronounced. And basically this one loved Skyr, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like an Icelandic kind of yogurt type thing, and he would just steal a load of that and eat a load of it basically. On the 20th, Sausage Swiper came along, who would hide in the rafters and snatch sausages whilst they were being smoked. On the 21st, Window Peeper came along, who would look through windows looking for things that he could steal. On the 22nd of December, Doorway Sniffer came along, who has an abnormally large nose and would use that to sniff under doorways looking for Laufabrau. I think I'm pronouncing that right, probably not, but it's basically like an Icelandic traditional bread. 23rd of December, Meat Hook came along and would use his hook to hook up and steal meat. And finally on the 24th, Candle Stealer made a visit, who would follow children along wanting to steal their candles, because at that time candles were made from tallow, which is like a beef fat, so that meant he could eat them. So although the Yule lads don't really sound that harmful, they just caused a bit of mischief, historically they were a lot more vicious, and storytelling of the Yule lads became quite competitive between people, and each storyteller actually outdied the previous due to them telling stories of vicious brutality and violence. The tales got so out of hand that in 1746 a public decree banned the foolish custom of scaring children with the Yuletide lads. So there you have it, that is 5 Christmas related myths and legends. I really hope you enjoyed this video, found it interesting and entertaining, I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below if you did, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it also. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below if you don't want to miss the next 11 days of Christmas conspiracies. Like I said in the beginning, I'm so excited for this series. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you in my video tomorrow. Bye guys!